Well, 2015 is a significant year for many reasons. It is OSF's 80th anniversary year. It is also the first year of our commitment to what we call Canon in a Decade, making sure that we share all of the plays in the Shakespeare canon with our audiences over a 10-year span. We've, of course, done the canon multiple times here at OSF, but it's always taken a longer breadth of time, and this is the first time that we're sharing all the stories within 10 years. And Antony and Cleopatra is one of the first that we've chosen to share. We are doing Antony and Cleopatra on the outdoor stage. I have the great privilege of directing it. And, you know, it's an extraordinary play. I mean, in a time when our world is ever more global and tensions between East and West and our relationship to the Middle East are so rich and complex and disturbing, to look at Shakespeare's rendition of events from 2,000 years ago, written 400 years ago, through the lens of the 21st century and through the lens of the United States, is completely fascinating. It's a sprawling, messy, gorgeous play that looks at a very mature love between two superstars, two world powers. So it is both a very intimate look, a very burnished love story that's an intimate look, the mature Romeo and Juliet, if you will, and it's a play that's about world politics, you know, and it's so the interrelation between the personal and the global political that's always present in Shakespeare is never more vibrant than it is in Antony and Cleopatra. They're both extraordinary characters, and we have two of our most astonishing actors to play these roles. Derek Lee Whedon is playing Antony. He's, of course, given OSF audiences the pleasure of some of the finest Shakespeare performances over the last couple decades. And Miriam Lauba, with whom I've worked a lot, is playing Cleopatra. I'm so excited for the deep dive with Derek and with Miriam on these two characters. As we're talking today, of course, we're right in the thick of the design process, trying to figure out the world in terms of the costumes and the props and the scenery, to share the story with the audience with as much richness and visual beauty and clarity as we can possibly muster. You know, any time that you interpret a Shakespeare play, as my brilliant colleague Dr. Louis Douthit always says, that you're dealing with up to 4 periods at once when you're dealing with a Shakespeare play. There's the historical setting of the play itself, which in this case is just before, you know, just at the break between BC and Common Era time. There is the era in which the play was written 400 years ago for Shakespeare's Elizabethan and Tudor audiences. There is the period in which the director chooses to set the play, if it's different from either of those. And then there's the time in which the audience, the time and place in which the audience is sitting and experiencing the play. So anytime you offer a production of Shakespeare, as an artist, you have to navigate those 4 different time periods in a way that is elegant and clear and allows the story to land as strongly as possible for the audience. With Antony and Cleopatra, there are just those icons of ancient Egypt and ancient Rome that are so powerful. So whatever we end up doing in terms of sharing the story period-wise, we want some of those historic period icons to really cut through in terms of this story.